there's different plateaus on it, and we're all living on the different plateaus.
Yeah. If you're in 300 meters, and Italy is one of those countries that has a lot of different heights, but it all ends up at one sea level. All ends up at the same sea level, no matter where you end up on the
Yeah, that's
continent.
why it's silly with the old pilots, isn't it?
And water,
Just for the curvature of the earth.
water when it's still is flat. And every body of water, if you're coming down the lake and drawing that, you know it's parallel. Every lake is parallel. Yes. And so the same is true with the lake that we call Mediterranean, or the lake you call the ocean.
Since when you are interested in these things?
Sorry?
Since when?
10 years.
10 years?
10 years, yes.
Same for me.
I had an experience 10 years ago that made me think, wow,
long for you?
everything I've been taught might be a lie.
That's good.
No, it's 9
Everything.
years.
And so I started down this journey of discovery.
Yeah,
And
my compliments.
I found out that the governments of the world are conspiring to have World War II, World War I, World War III. They're conspiring to make us at war with each other. Italians, British, whatever.
Absolutely.
And that's... I come from South Africa, where they put us to war in Angola in the 1980s. And so I know that I was propagandized to believe a particular thing. Anyway,
Where do you come from? Where do you come from?
South Africa.
In fact, I heard your
Slightly different accent.
Yes, accent different.
Yeah, slightly different accent. No, it was well done for hearing that. Yeah.
It's not
If I went to Italy, I wouldn't be able to tell, an Italian from one part of Florence, from Rome, or.
Have you been there?
Oh yeah, I love Italy.
Florence is my.
Florence, yes, I love Florence too.
Because I like arts.
Yeah. I've been there twice. And I love it.
Great painter.
She would make a great painting, and she's a good artist.
She's a
Very good
And a
artist.
good singer.
And a good singer too, yeah.
very imagination,
Lisa.
fantasy.
And Karen.
Good. That's the most important thing. You too?
What's that?
Painting.
I did do it when I was at school, and I did like it, but no, I don't do it now.
Glastonbury, if you're wondering.
Not now. Well, no, now I need to work, don't you? You just need working all the
I
time.
got a lot of, but I don't paint so often.
Okay.
So I don't sell my paintings.
Okay.
So I do a lot of things. I did participate to a lot of collectives.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but depends how I got up from the bed. That moment is the moment to do it. Otherwise, I prefer not to do it.
Okay.
Because when you do something with your heart, you do better because you are doing with your heart.
True. Absolutely.
If you don't have
Your
that
energy
moment,
is
yes.
Your energy is in.
Yeah, exactly. It's useless for me.
Have you heard of a Japanese doctor called Dr. Emoto? Have you heard of Dr. Emoto?
See,
You've heard, Dr. Emoto. He was the guy who froze water and he put intention into it, love,
Scientist,
hate,
very good.
and he could show you how the frequency, the energy that you put into something will affect it at the cellular or structural level. And that's what we think is happening in the world, is that energy is being put into humankind to affect it so that our crystals are badly formed.
Exactly.
That's what I believe. And so that's why they have us at war.
You see in life, even in the scientism, in the science, if you don't have if you don't get the harmony in each thing that you do, you don't do something very good.
Yeah.
I did work in the laboratory. I did prepare the water for cleaning the coal. You know the coal? I was born in a town. 18,000 people were working in the coal mines.
Right.
So I was working in the laboratory. I prepared it.
Okay.
So for 30 days, the engineer was coming to me and said, "So what does it mean this? I have to be perfect. I had to put the ingredients in a way they were all in harmony. Otherwise, they couldn't work with the coal.
Wow.
When they came with the
You're
new
man
design.
free at the moment.
You and the fucking coal. He said, "No, it's okay, come on, it's okay. It's okay this time."
Awesome.
I've been, oh wow, I was sweating. No way, please.
Wow. And do you live here now?
I'm living in Langport. You know Langport?
No.
It's close to Somerton.
Okay.
The way to go to Compton. From there you can go to Bridgewater. No?
You know the weather?
It's
The
a
weather?
little village.
Okay.
1,250 people.
Okay.
We don't have even the idiot of the village.
And no coal
No,
mine.
it's too small. We decide now to do it 1 week each one. The idiot, you know.
Okay. Village, is it?
The village. All in agreement.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to put a little bit of chalk down to get people's attention because this high street is quieter than I expected. I was expecting it to be a little busier. It's been about a year since I was in Glastonbury.
No, he was busy around 3:30.
Yeah, I'm a little bit late. Yeah. Yeah, here's my there's a flyer.
Okay.
And is that
All right, mate.
yeah. So
Very important.
yeah.
Man made climate change.
Man-made, yeah.
Made, in English is man. In South African man. Between the E, and this man made the climate change. This man that made it.
We made it ourselves, yes. We made it up in our minds.
We are.
Yes.
We are what we deserve. What we deserve. We are.
Yeah. Yeah, we're creating it.
We are creating everything.
Yeah. Yeah, we are the creators here. But that creation has been misled and controlled by an external force of possibly unknown origin. Probably unknown. Although some of the operatives like Bill Gates, Fauci, and
Actually, can you go back to your house? Can you get her a drink of water, Dave?
yeah. In fact, one of these shops will have a bowl for dogs, I'm sure.
I did another one last night. She goes,
So this is a bonus. I didn't think I would get the opportunity to do this today. Twice.
I thought you were going to write a deal with it. What's that say? Oh, it's Disney. It's Disney. Oh.
All right. That's, nothing like Lisa's art. She'll come back. She knows the town. She knows the town. Oh, that's nice of you, mate. Yeah, just a short one. They call it a cortado. If they do it, yeah, that'd be awesome. But yeah, like a short coffee, but not with lots of milk or anything. That's really, yeah. It's not like just black. It's got a tiny bit of white in it. Yeah.
I'm the same as you.
Now, I said earlier I hadn't had a short coffee, but it's true. I was thinking about it. Even Sarah bought it. Activism.
Water. The water seeps level.
Oh, Karen's on the
Have a gravity?
That doesn't exist.
No?
No.
Okay, you're funny. Have a good day.
But have you? Can you prove that it's curving?
Mainstream rather than thinking
I don't think
yourself.
true.
No, listen to science.
Yeah, you see, you
Yeah,
can't
that's
prove
what
it.
I'm saying. You haven't thought to
It's a-
yourself.
Gravity is a religion. People are rude. They were quite polite, actually. Yeah, you have to get used to it. Yeah, people are pretty sharp about it because they don't want to hear that they've been lied to their whole life
But here's-
about everything.
I just don't know what difference it makes. Because I don't
I've got a flyer that explains how it makes a difference.
optimize for actual reality. That's the thing. I can choose to justify everything.
All right, be cool. Hello. What difference does it
He was
make?
nasty. Oh, he thought it was mad. He thought I was mad. But they're the angry mad ones.
Well, you see how quickly they jump to you must be mad because that's too. It's just, and that's also a programmed response. Like, oh, people who say that are mad.
Oh, Jimbo's just gone for a cup of tea.
Yeah.
I'm angry about that.
You can see some of Lisa's artwork, yeah. It's all been washed again. It must actually be pretty crushing to have this is all her work actually. You can see. All Lisa's work, I reckon. One of the early front runners in flat Earth movement. Came on the globe like 2019 and was involved in tours before that. Very involved. Have you ever seen this before? This theory?
Yeah, but we was taking a photo because we were talking about it recently.
Really?
Yeah, and we needed like the facts, so it's just funny that we walked past it.
Well, I can give you some facts if you like.
Come on.
Because I only discovered this 10 years ago. So I went my whole adult life. Raised children on the basis of a globe,
Yeah.
evolution, and all that sort of stuff. Started for me with ayahuasca about 10 years ago, which was my kind of breakthrough that made me look at things differently.
Differently, yeah.
And the first thing that really struck me about the flat earth growing up by the sea was that there's if it's a globe of 24,000 miles in circumference, there's a certain amount of measurable curvature that must be there. That's why they say a ship's going over the horizon. Okay, ship's going over the horizon is 20, 30 meters tall. Where can I measure that actually there's 20 or 30 meters of curvature in that distance that you're talking about? And I went out to kind of test that, and I remembered through my life experience that having grown up, I see that, well, I've seen distances that way further than I should be able to see based on what they say is that formula. So I put up this poster, like all these different like evidences that always at rest level. It's always level. You know, any scale that we can see and measure, even like the big lakes and stuff like that, we can take photos across them. I saw a photo across Lake Michigan the other day of Chicago with the sun setting behind it. You can see all of the buildings silhouetted, and it's 80 miles. According to their maths, which is 8 inches per mile squared, that's what they say. The mile squared exponentially grows, so at 10 miles you're talking about 800 inches, and at 100 miles you're talking about thousands of feet, thousands and thousands of feet. So nothing that we built almost should be visible from 100 miles away, but we can make observations. And as I pointed out there, the Guinness World Record shot is 275 miles. You know, and we shouldn't be able to see a mountain at 275 miles because over that distance you're talking about 3 miles of curvature on the globe. So they tell us when we're young that the ship is going over the horizon, and I ask people, so then if it's going over the horizon and down to France, when they leave France, are they going to come back up? No, because when they leave France, they'll say, no, we're going down again. You'd be like, oh, is that not just a trick of the eye? Because how can both of you be going down between the channel? One has to go up and one has to go down. That's logical, right? And water will show you that it runs downhill. It will always run down. It will never run up unless you push it. But then it must be contained. And once contained, it will overflow to the next lake down. And that lake will be parallel to the one above it. And all lakes and all bodies of water, the water in my can here, when it's at rest, will be level with whatever water you're holding at whatever height. It will be parallel to that. And that's what water shows us in this reality. So you've obviously thought about this a bit. So I want to offer you something a little bit deeper, which is that there's much more to it than just, okay, so the Earth's not a globe. If it's not a globe, then the entirety of all the governmental structures and religious orders and so on are probably somehow in it, even if most people don't know. The very, very, very few who sign the non-disclosures, who a safe pair of hands might know, but that's a very small number of people who might know. But it means that Russia, China, America, these countries, they're actually all working somehow together. And they have been for centuries to control mankind. Why do they want to control us? Just so that we are good slaves and pay all our taxes? Or is there something spiritual going on? And that's where I'm kind of at, is that 10 years into this journey, having started as an atheist, I know that we are these spiritual beings on a soul quest, if you like, a journey, a mission that each of us has set for ourselves, our higher self. I'm not the one that says that. Only you know that. And you will only know that by listening to your inner voice, your inner heart. You know, that is what really this all comes down to. This game wants you to be out there, fixated on Katy Perry or whatever, something out there, or footballer or whatever, or bling. They want you fixated on that or your job or whatever, rather than who am I and what is my soul here for.
Literally.
We're so caught up in the material world that that's all we think that we are. We identify ourselves by our school, our qualification, our this or that, whatever. And this is not what we're here for. These are the tricks and the trappings. It's not to say it's not nice to have
but it is,
done well, but at the same time, where is your heart at, and what is your soul journey doing? Or have I've offered the sweet stall here, and you stop there, and the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy's got to kind of go up the yellow brick road, and she's got to see these temptations and fears and what have you, and confront them, move through them, not get lost in them. And this is what the game here does, is it traps people in the game, in the sweets, the candy store. And rather than, okay, I've been in the candy store, I ate too much, I kind of got a little sick, and now I'm leaving. I'm going to go and do something different. I'm going to move on in my journey, And all of us have to go through the candy store experience. We all have to kind of scrape our knees and learn by that. But we are here for a soul enhancement or soul uplift, I think. What happens after this life, there's something, I don't know what it is. I'm not offering like there's a hell if you don't do this. it might be the case that if you didn't achieve the thing that you came to grow in, maybe you do it again. But I can't know about that. I just theorize about that. It's a possibility, and not in a way that, oh, well, woe is you, but it is like your higher self wanted to be put through an experience. They wanted to have that experience and go, okay, you're going to grow from that. You're going to learn from that. You're going to get stronger from that. It's going to be gnarly down there because there's some crazy people running the show down there. So you're going to have some brutal experiences, perhaps. But can you come through the fire and be stronger from it, and soulfully stronger? Not necessarily just like I'm in the boardroom as a woman and I'm like got 5,000 people under me and all that hoo-ha. I don't think that's necessarily the mission here. But the government or the corporations would love us to believe that that's what you aspire to. We want to be on the board of CEOs and stuff like that, and particularly in the like just from your perspective as a woman, that the divine intention was for you to be mother creators. But the system doesn't want you to have that. It wants you to be like in the boardroom, just like the guys, and completely. I speak to some young women. They're like, no, not children. I'm not going to bring children up. I'm not going to go with that. And it's like, say that to a mother elephant in Africa. She'll be like, of course I'm going to have babies. That's my natural thing, and I'm going to protect them. I'm going to spend years rearing them, bringing them to being full, complete beings. And so I do that myself. My wife and I were that. We took children to university level, and then we had another child 8 years ago where we were like, we're going to raise him ourselves and do the mother elephant thing. It's like protect him and be with him and so on, and then later he can kind of go out into the wild once he's had that initial nurturing.
How do you find that of like difference?
I love it.
Difference in like
well, he's 8, so it's maybe a little early to be sure how it's going to play out.
I think it's more down to the fact that she just hasn't found the right. She homeschools him because she doesn't want to put him in like mainstream school, but also for what he's like a creative as a young child as well. So she wants to find some like proper something proper like where he's gonna
and that
from it. But he's such a wise little boy, isn't he?
How old?
He's 13, I want to say.
13.
Yeah, and he's so knowledgeable. He knows a lot. And it's like it's mad, like the difference between him and I guess another 13-year-old boy. Who's
well, my little 8-year-old boy last night was lying with me on the bed and saying, "Let's watch this video on calculus." He's explaining to me what's happening in the calculus video, and I'm like, I'm not following this, and he's following it. I'm like, how's this possible?
Giving them the freedom of like finding it themselves, where I feel like mainstream school's more like this.
It's like, what do you need to know half of it for?
It's just waste.
And you have the ability to educate your own children,
or even yourself.
And yourself, yes. But when you can teach your child to write, read, do maths, basic maths, for life kind of stuff, and then maybe later on there's a specialism that you want to hand them over to someone else who will kind of help them hone their skill in that area. But for most of the basics, really, I mean, being a junior school teacher is not rocket science. Okay, I don't believe in rockets going to the moon, obviously, but we all use that phrase. But it's not difficult to raise your own children.
It's not.
What is difficult is funding it and having the time, because traditionally a village would raise a child, and so the mother wasn't always on call. That's important, that the mother has time out of being mother all the time. And then, so if that is always at work and there's nobody else, then a lot falls on the mum. It can be very heavy duty over the long term. I kind of get that. So there needs to be other mechanisms to kind of, support the raising of that person. And I think, I mean, obviously the one thing that we're mindful of is that not having access to a lot of children appears. That is like brings its own kind of challenge in a way, and one might say, well, he's not getting and that is a fair comment, but all will work out in the end, I think it'll all work out when we have the right intention.
Isn't it?
There's a guy called Dr. Emoto. Have you come across him? A Japanese guy. He discovered that if you took water and froze it, but as you were freezing it, you were speaking loving words to it or angry words to it, the formation of the crystals would be either damaged or perfect based on the intentions. And people have gone further with this. You can research this on YouTube.
What's his name? Sorry.
Dr. Emoto.
like the emoto.
IMOTO. And
It rings a bell, the name, to be
and
fair.
there's lots of people who've done things like that where they're freezing things and showing how the intention that you put into something will deliver either an imperfect or perfect creation. So imagine that's your child.
Yeah, literally,
And how much you're putting love
into
or
it.
the lack of in this bad situation.
Yeah, so true.
And how that will damage then the potential of that child going forward throughout its life, but
It's
certainly
like,
in the womb. So that's some interesting thoughts for you. I've got my flyer. I'll give you,
flyer,
yeah.
yes, thank you.
Yeah.
In a minute.
And I'll give them one of these.
Gave one leaflet out, Dave.
Did you? Thank you very much.
What do you like?
Oh no, thanks, mate. Well, yeah. There's a couple there.
Thank you.
What's your name, sorry?
My name is Dave.
Nice to meet you, Dave.
Tam, nice to meet you.
I'm
From
Millie.
Millie. Is it Liverpool?
Yeah,
Sort of accent?
Liverpool, born and bred.
Interesting cathedrals you have there. I'm not a fan of the Catholic one, but the other one, it's hiding some hidden history.
Yeah.
Our history isn't true either. If this is true, then everything they taught us about where we come from, our history, who built the buildings that we live in, and so on.
It is so crazy.
It's
I'm skeptic of all that anyway.
Yeah,
I
same.
I believe in what I want to believe.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, you keep an open mind. It sounds like you are, and I wish you all both an
you
awesome
too.
life.
Nice
Lovely
to meet you.
Thank you.
Likewise.
See you
Take
later.
care.
Bye.
Cheers.
So much compassion for how hard life
Oh, maybe I will have. Thank you very much.
Karen would like to maybe Karen wants that one.
She doesn't like it.
She doesn't like this one, no.
Well, why did you share that?
Oh, you can have it then.
Do you like it?
It's a bit different. It's not like a Coca-Cola.
So I hope we will get more people, a lot of people following this kind of theory,
Yeah.
because it's very interesting. Because we know what the teacher teach to us.
The teacher teaches what the teacher was taught to teach.
Yeah, I'm 75. I'm not young. I'm 75.
Yeah, you look well.
Thanks. But when I was 13, 12, I had to believe them.
Catholic.
The difference started when I went to the high school. I started thinking differently because I was doing equation, this equation, roots, expressions, all things, mathematics, physics, So having done even physics, I did study a little bit. So, and I'm very close to your theory.
Awesome. This experiment is very well known, where you can take different liquids and float them on top of each other. Yes, because they are buoyant. Okay.
I did in a laboratory this.
Yes. Now you can do the same.
Different specific way.
Right.
Specific
Right.
way of it.
Yeah. And you can do the same with gas. And you can put gas and have it in strata.
Of
It's
course.
what we call strata. I
Yes,
think it might
yes.
even be an Italian word.
Absolutely true.
Now, if you take this chamber and make it 1,000 miles wide, are we going to see anything different? I think not. It'll be straight lines all the way across.
Straight, I think yes.
Same with our ocean.
Should be straight. Yeah.
We have layers down of our ocean,
Yeah.
and those are strata. Good luck, my
Bye-bye.
friend.
Bye.
All the best. Nice to meet you.
Bye bye.
Arrivederci. Arrivederci.
Yeah. I feel a bit sorry for it, but on the other hand,
Very quiet here.
I was thinking,
Anyway, so let me just have a quick chat. Say hello to the thing. Very receptive, is that? Hi guys. This is man. Jax. Cameron. Mike. Man been on the sauce. Bit much to drink today, I would have said.
he winked at Jimbo.
Did he, Jimbo? Jimbo's come to Glasto and scored. How drunk would you have to be to think Jimbo was a girl? No offense, mate, but I think they have to be pretty wrecked.
Don't believe you then?
Those two young ladies? Absolutely. Absolutely. They oh yeah. They were like they'd been talking about it a few weeks ago, a little while ago, about flat Earth and getting skeptical about the globe. So I gave them some other information today.
That's good.
So it made the whole trip worth it.
Yeah.
You ready to go?
Yes, you can.
No, well, I can't believe how empty this high street is. When we drove in here, it was a couple, let's do a couple more. Oh, you're so
You'd think people would
Alternative,
be
yeah.
so open
Hi,
to-
man.
but it's not, is it?
No.
It's never
Elise has
been.
gone off.
What?
Elise has gone.
Oh, she's not feeling very well at the moment.
Well, she said she needed to eat. She hadn't eaten today, so I suggested she go and eat.
I said I'd give her some bone broth.
Okay.
She needs some. Oh, hello. Hello, mate. How you doing? Good. Good. Earth is flat. You know that? Earth is flat, not a spinning ball in space. Never went to the moon.
Yeah, that's a lie
Do
going
you
to the moon.
remember a guy named Nick? What was his?
Oh yeah, Nick from Glasto. I tried to get hold of him actually.
Can't think of what his
Old Nick, he used to call himself.
old Nick. He would have definitely been on the Sun and Moon chat. back in
Oh,
the day.
yeah, old Nick.
Yeah.
Glasto guy. Karen wants me to have a couple more conversations. So I'm gonna see if I can.
Old Nick. Yeah, I do
Yeah.
know him. He's all right then. Yeah, but a lot of people have gone. I think I just went on. No, you can't go. Wait, I know that Dave's doing it, but in a way, in your personal, you can't go. Wait for a couple of days. I know it's flat and it start again. No, wait, you've got to. They walk over the pavement, they're looking at it, but they don't even see what's on it.
It's on mine. But
You haven't had anybody really aggressive then?
today I did in Wales. I mean, not the most aggressive I've encountered, but he was pretty angry. Nice bit of guitar going on there. And now the conspiracy music guru is getting on. And now there's loads of musicians actually in that place. Circles, right? Sea is level, Earth is flat, not a spinning ball. See how the water is always level. It doesn't curve. Ships can't go over a curve. You see how the football is round, but the pitch has to be level to play on it. You can't play on a ball. Fine. It's not flat? How do you know? How do you know? You have to believe the government to believe that the Earth is flat. Water levels. Karen's telling them off. Yeah.
The part where the part of the world where it looks like it's the edge of the world and like the sky and sea look like they're like gonna meet, like a bit like some of the pictures on your top.
Yeah.
That's called the horizon.
That's right. And the horizon stands for horizontal.
Yeah.
And horizontal lines is what we get when we settle water. They're always horizontal.
Like this is a horizontal
Yeah.
line.
Well, so most, if you ask someone in the Amazon who's never been to school or been educated, they say, well, of course the Earth is flat. We don't have any way of saying that it's moving or anything like that. It's only when we were taught that at school. The reason that the ship seems to be going over the horizon is because it's a ball. And we went to the moon. So if you believe that, we went to the moon, and that this gravity can get water to pull things in. Yeah. All of it. Oh well, no. I mean, I could take a fisheye lens above Glastonbury and make it look like a sphere, you know. And we know that with the Red Bull jump, when he jumps out of the cupola, you can see a perfectly flat horizon even from 200,000 feet. And so what's his name, Neil deGrasse Tyson comes out later and says, yes, of course it doesn't look flat from up there. He wasn't high enough. I mean, it doesn't look low from up there. Sorry, he's not high enough. That's what he's on YouTube. You can see him saying that. So what we've done is we've taken a weather balloon to 120,000 feet with a regular camera, and what we find is it's still perfectly level. See, I've got these pictures here as my evidence. This is from the beach. This is in the plane, and this is from a weather balloon. And no point, they tell us that at 3 miles you can see the ship going over the horizon. Well, we can't see any bend here. If I go up to a higher vantage point, I can still see that ship. Or if I take a zoom camera, I can still see that ship. And then I see this from the plane and this from there. And then look at this. You can't get water to do this. You can only get water to do this. In reality.
But the core of Earth
Yes.
has gravity and it pulls the water towards the surface.
Yes, that's what we've been taught, but we can no longer substantiate that. And what I remind people is that water must be contained. Water will spill off a ball. If you water, it's going to come up above the water and float. Gravity can't pull it down because it's buoyant.
When we think in our consciousness, okay, logically, it
Yeah.
would be flat.
I've got something more beautiful for you. I've got something more beautiful. What if it is a sphere?
Well, they'll film me up there. Okay.
What if it is a sphere, but it's an electromagnetic sphere? Okay, I'll let you go.
But yeah, no.
Okay. Well, do you want to take a flyer?
No. Thank you.
No? Okay. I'll let you go. Thanks for the questions. All right.
Yeah. But if the Earth,
Keep an open mind.
but if the Earth was flat,
Yes.
it would be harder to read. It would be really hard
Yeah.
to get all the way to one side, from the middle Earth to the other side. Gravity would be pulling down.
Now imagine gravity is not real and everything is just buoyancy. Things that are heavy will fall. Things that are light will float. Yes.
Density. It's called density.
Earth is flat, not a spinning rock in space. That's government propaganda.
At least they came and asked you that.
Yeah. Well, I see young minds are.
I said they still have wonder, don't they? They still have that curiosity. They still have.
But I think they must have heard about it. I mean, obviously they're all thought about flat Earth. Hippie Shake is here. Say hello to Hippie.
Are you doing a live feed?
This is live, yeah. This is Sun and Moon family. Karen Petit was one of the front runners of Flat Earth. Biggest channel, one of the biggest channels in 2016, maybe. Right? Yeah.
Until YouTube killed me off.
Yeah.
Deleted all my channels and then gave them back.
Yeah. you gave Santos Bonacci his big break. Just kidding. Just kidding. he was on your channel a few times.
He
yeah?
was a lot, then, yeah. He's not now, though.
No, well,
He just talks about himself now.
it's not gone as well as one would have hoped for him. But I'm
And it's
sure.
good because sometimes I come in on your live feed and people say hello to me there. Say hello, everybody, on Dave's live feed.
Sun and Moon.
Yeah. We've lost.
Thanks, post anything. Oh, Hippie Shakes is hi.
Hippie Shake, hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, she comes to my channel a lot as well. She watches my videos.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah, this is still Glastonbury. I like the outfits.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I must be going somewhere, right? They are, because I saw
Wait, I
another
saw other
lady.
people walking
Ah,
by.
look, yes, yeah. There's some kind of thing going on here. Yeah. No, yeah, so it's not a huge amount of footfall, so I do apologize for the lack of engagement. But Earth is flat. We can prove it with a camera like yours, man. We can zoom into ships. They say the ship has gone over the horizon. We can take a camera like yours and bring that ship back into view. Impossible on a globe.
Okay.
Water's always going to find level. Water always finds level when it rests.
Well, thanks for the info.
I'm surprised at that lady about the children. I don't want you to film my children. It's like, I'm standing, if you could see me, I'm standing with this rig in my hand with a microphone stuck out the front of it. And they didn't think I was filming. Oh, well. Yeah, there must be some kind of interesting ladies meditation-y. There'd be some kind of like, you know, Himalayan chanting or something. Sometimes it's better not to engage. You never know.
And it's been a journey for Dave in that respect, right? It's, you know, you can't wants to be respected and all that kind of stuff, and there's some good stone, and you can take that personally, and you realize, you know what, you're just clearly not ready to listen to what I've got to say. That, we have free will, right?
Dave, quick, Dave! They already agreed.
Oh, you're on the side already? You already know about Flat Earth?
Yeah, Eric Dubay stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the wing.
Yeah, I know Dubai, yeah. He used to think I was a government agent many years ago.
Oh, really?
But we've been in the Flat Earth thing for 10 years, so...
Yeah.
Have you looked into Tartaria?
Yeah.
Because you were wearing the tartan there, that's
Yeah.
what brought it to my mind, because I think Tartaria and Tartan, these Tartar shores, these are connections that harken back to a previous time.
Let me take the back. I want to take the back. I'm agnostic towards it.
Okay. Well, I like to tell people we are like the expression of something divine. So
Yes,
you
yeah,
know,
I understand.
that-
I've had
that-
moments of Flat Earth, where I've really thought about what, I've sat there in the sunrise.
Yeah.
I've done a spiritual practice and sat there and I've been like, well, what changes if it's flat? Let's say I can. And I
What
felt
if-
it's a shift in consciousness because
Yeah.
it's real.
Yeah.
Because it suddenly goes, well, I'm a spiritual being. It takes you out of this kind of NASA
Yeah.
storyline. It's a big thing.
So what if, because I was a Big Bang evolutionist, right?
Oh, okay, you
So
come
I
from
come
that,
from
yeah.
all that, I was atheistic and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I come from the complete other side of the spectrum. What if on the flat Earth, the whole universe is centered on you? On the flat Earth,
Well, that's how I see it. I see it as but not in a solipsistic kind of way. It's more like all of us has a narrative that's karmically being produced and orchestrated for everyone's to fit together and for that to be the case also.
And so in an electromagnetic system, which is like a torus, maybe, like an apple, instead of being on the outside of the apple, which is what this atomistic science will tell you, we're on the inside of the apple, enclosed in the skin. At the center, at the core of the apple, where the only thing that is solid is the seed, which the seed is what brings new life. And you are the seed, or you bear the seed of new life. Therefore, how close are you to being creator? And then a universe that is created around us, as a collective, yes, but individually around you. Because on a flat Earth, by the way, for me, the lights in the sky are centered on the individual observer, as is the interpretation of the frequency or the energy that's around.
Okay.
So that's where I think, for me, what a big difference between being on a globe is that I'm just in random space or whatever, versus the whole game is centered on us.
But I think the most interesting thing of Flat Earth to me is the fact that the thing that I had to write down parrot fashion in school, or the thing that I've been told on the news NASA has figured out, I've been told this is the science. But science to me means I've done an experiment, or at least watched a video of someone doing an experiment so that I could recreate the experiment. But I don't just go off like, oh, they've got a white jacket on and they said so, so that is the science. And I think that's what's really interesting about this as a conversation, is it brings people out of a dysfunctional mindset to just go, oh well, to like give your power away to a higher authority, basically. I think that's what's so interesting about it to me.
Because you are the highest authority here, each of us. So what they've done, because you should have a teacher, yes.
Well, I believe
but
in
not
sovereignty, definitely sovereignty.
But when I believe that the man in the white coat or the man in the dog collar has got the answers for me, then I could never be the master. He might give you some guidance and say, well, if you want to do a scientific experiment, maybe conduct it in this way, or this will help, or whatever. Same with the church. They can say, well, maybe you want to conduct it in
What do the Quakers
this
say
way.
about Flat Earth? Quakers Flat Earth? Because they've got a way about them that is very like, it's what you're describing. I've seen that with the Quakers.
Well, like I say to
they
people,
might be.
if you went into the Amazon and found people that haven't been connected to civilization, as we call it, they'd laugh at the idea that we're on a marble and there's people underneath it and whatever. You'd be like, no, let me explain how that can work. And then you have to teach them the maths and the theory and the blah, blah, and they say, no, that's ridiculous, I don't see that. And the only reason we see that is because our imagination is powerful.
There's a guru, Srila Prabhupada, in the 1970s, and he was asked, is the Earth flat? And he said, what a lot of people have to appreciate is that if an ant was crawling on a Ferris wheel, they would have no idea what's going on. So the most important thing is to surrender that you don't know.
Yeah.
And that if anyone tells you that they're pretending to know.
Yeah. However, if someone has come into the play to deceive you, then you would want to know that. So yes,
who the deceivers are, definitely.
I mean, even if you don't know.
I've always seen through the moon landings. The moon landings.
Right.
I worked in the film industry. I've known people who were part of it.
Okay. So
it's
you knew.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
But you can just watch it. It looks shoddy.
But most will go with a lie of, look, they just wanted to get one over on the Russians.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the Russians haven't spilled the beans on them. That's what most people will. Rather than other scientists were saying back in the 1950s, they cannot go to the moon. The moon is plasma. It's a light. You cannot go land on it. And that's a huge difference.
Well, they were doing media wars to pretend the other one had like the better weapons. And so if you can suddenly put a thing on the moon with people on it, goes, we've got better science than you. So you orchestrate it as a video.
One of the
but then it's a huge tax scam as well. Like they're well shot.
Because who pays
I can
for
see
it?
they're dodgy. So that's when I say I'm agnostic. I'm open to anything that is the opposite of what NASA's saying. Because I see them as very deceiving.
And if it's NASA, it's also the JAXA, it's also ESA, European Space Agency, it's the Chinese Space Agency. India claimed to put a thing on the moon, which looks like a computer game from the 1980s, right, when you look at the footage of it. But so they're all, at that point, in on a game, on a deception. And then you start to question, well, if they're in on a deception, what other deceptions might they be in on? And therefore, are the world wars that they create or foment actually guys sitting in the same room saying, I'll get you guys to get angry with me, then we'll get angry with you, and then we'll build up more weapons, and then you'll see the nuclear threat, and then we'll take it to this level, and then you'll do that, right? And then we never even have to drop a bomb necessarily, but we will have escalated in people's minds, such like they did with COVID, that people are frightened to walk outside without a nappy on their face.
Another way you control is by keeping someone a victim, right? And if there's always a threat, whether it be an asteroid hitting the Earth or a war or bomb or a disease in the air that you can't see, I mean a pathogen in the air you can't see, then you're always you're in that. And that's how you can
I think
control
about it more in
people.
terms of chakras. Like someone explained it to me, like when I was 20, I got into the chakra system. But he said the news is designed to keep everyone in the lower three. And it's sort of science.
Well, your root primarily, because actually that's where your security is.
But when the mainstream, like the clockwork system of the mainstream, when they go out, it is it's everything. It's the activities of those three. You know, it's like got to buy a kebab. I'm drunk. Might want to get laid.
Shag.
I need to get back home. It's just those three. Shag.
And your sacral is where you create from, right? And if we are essence of God, then we are creators. So that to have us suppressed and in consumerism rather than in creation, then we're not in our highest power. Then, are we?
Yeah, I mean, I think what you got to realise is a lot of the attack you get from this is orchestrated by the Google searches, by the algorithm to each individual. That if they already don't believe in it, they'll now get things that back up they already don't believe in.
Totally, and that's actually
Everyone's getting separate Google searches.
Since 2015, till now it's just you search flat Earth, you're just going to get everything
Debunking, everything debunks it. Yeah.
That was a good thing about using like like the what was it, like the Onion router as a web access, because then you type in flat Earth and you realise you get a completely different set of information. That was a big thing for me.
For me, the difference between the two is a globe means that's my limitation.
Yeah.
Whereas flat Earth, because I don't need to know what it is, I know what it's not, but I know what it isn't means that it could be possible. Anything's possible, and I believe that's what we are. We are possibility.
Well, I think that's why I'm agnostic as well, because I'm open to it being, all the
so you're remaining open to
At least you know you've been lied to.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I worked in the media, so some of the dark arts.
Yes,
like
media is
first-hand
my
drop
favourite
out.
thing. I see so many.
Well, that's the glue that holds all the evil shit together. Really.
Yeah, the media are the evil ones.
Well said.
Sorry, not glue, but the
Yeah. No, I dropped out. I took mushrooms and dropped out and realised it all.
Good man.
Yeah, now I'm in
Good man.
Glastonbury.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sing
Awesome.
the
Well,
flags
awesome
down.
to talk to you guys. Appreciate it.
I thought you were going to do a vegan activism. Or did you want to carry these?
I'll leave them
It's only
through.
there, innit? Or you need to talk. Alright, yeah.
Go well.
Yeah, see,
Go well. Go well.
a media man that dropped out.
He said he worked with people who knew about, who were like closely connected to the moon landing video, filming the hoaxing of the moon landing. So for them, it's like an inside joke or an inside secret that it's fake.
Are you still going there?
Yeah.
Pointing the camera at us.
Yeah.
There you go. With my banner. Anyway, so I got those extra conversations that were promised.
Do you want to do one more then?
Oh, you just want to go one more, eh?
Just one more.
Just one more?
And then we can
Go
say
one more.
Dave's had a bit of time doing it.
I'll be coming back to Glastonbury, I'm sure. Earth is flat, not a spinning rock. In space, that's made up, pseudoscience.
So you're better off coming earlier.
Yeah, earlier in the day, yeah.
You'll have a much
You've
better
done badly though.
Yeah, but I like to have like a higher footfall, a much more energy environment. Hi.
Yeah.
You know we don't live on a spinning rock in space. Are you aware of that yet?
I don't get too much into it.
Yeah, I understand. I hear that quite a lot actually.
Oh, that sounds like Jimbo, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it's actually quite a lot in the spiritual community. People go, you know what, I don't care too much about that because any of those things, they don't really affect my kind of life.
They don't affect my life on a day-to-day basis.
But like I was saying to that guy, honestly, I think that there is something subtly altering of the globe story, the globe light. That's the reason why they do it, because it alters how you can ever perceive yourself. Whereas, as I was saying to this guy, if you're the center of everything, if it's all centered on you, how different is that to, I'm just I'm spiritual, but we're on a rock and we're going to go to
Do you
Mars.
think that's an
and all that.
excuse when they say that though? Even Jimbo,
It can be a bit of a bypass.
You know what I'm going to say?
You're bypassing, yeah.
Yeah, I think
It's like, because they're more, you know how I say sometimes to people that we're either too much in the trousers the lower chakras or too much in the heavens, in the higher chakras. And people who are all the super spiritual are very up in the higher chakras.
Yeah, because I
and
think
people,
sometimes you have to look at the hard things too, the uncomfortable things. It's not just about love and
But
light.
Flat Earth has brought on lots of other things as well. It's not just about, it's about everything. It's about the lies. It helped you spiritually.
Earth is flat, mate.
Are you doing all right?
Good, how are you? Sea level? 70% sea? All level, you know it?
Yeah.
Good, man. Shake my hand. Good, man. Good, man.
I'm listening from this place rather than from that place.
It's a bit steamy, yeah.
Once you know the truth, a lot changes anyway. You don't need to prove anything. In fact, it's them that have to prove it, and they can't. They just say, oh, well, the scientists, and they use things, they've not tested anything themselves.
Yeah.
Because anybody that's done a little bit of research knows. But you have to do your own research.
Yeah, did you take all the wrenches and I haven't been following the chat. He did me a favor last night. I haven't actually. I'm very uninvolved with like the tech part of this. I'll be honest with you. And I haven't. I did ban a guy last night for being a bit of a.
Not that I saw it. To me, it's just a nightmare. And to keep repeating it, it just feels
I
so surface.
haven't made. Oh, I ain't telling you. She was happy in the matrix. Yeah, well, as people are, and unwittingly, I think for a lot of people, unwittingly. Love to Andrea and Karen from Hippie Shake. Yeah, I don't know about that. It was a surprise to see someone being a little trollish yesterday. Hey, Greg. Liv is in the house. I am feeling called to start writing again, man. And I need to get my shit together with that website. And I kind of need your help. So, I know I've spoken about this a bit, but I've been a little bit kind of whatever.
I love fairies. My grand Ronnie broke me all the wings right there. So they're on the windowsill.
So yeah, nice to see you. I hope all is well. Hey Adam.
Some of the people have got quite nice clothes on. She looks quite nice. Some of the clothes are nice.
Adam says Andre, or is that maybe Andrea is beautiful? Adam Bartlett says you are beautiful, I think. So,
Thank you.
Yep.
Is that a bad compliment, Andrea?
Oh yeah, Dave, you are so lucky having your beautiful wife. Whoa!
There you go.
Eh? It never rains, it pours.
Is that because I'm sitting on a bench while you do activism?
Oh, that was nice. Thanks, Adam. Adam says, do you really believe that Dave Weiss, when in kindergarten, asked the teacher when studying on basketball, he asked the teacher if he really on the outside? I don't know. But I know that, that I did. I wouldn't have been in kindergarten. I never went to such a thing. I started school at 5.5 or something. And I'm sure that by 8, 9 or 10, probably not 8, but certainly a bit later on, I was being force-fed gravity. Earth is flat, not a spinning rock in space. Did you know that? NASA is Disney for adults. Earth is flat, not a spinning rock in space. We've been lied to about who we are and where we live. Water is always going to seek and find level. It will find level. That's why we say sea level. Who needs hair? You're right, mate. All the best. You know that water would always run off the dome? It would never sit on a dome. It has to be contained. That's why we live on a flat earth.
One more person, aren't we, Dave?
We got one more. We got one more in the tank. We one more in the tank.
in an endearing way, I think.
Laughing with me.
Do, to be honest. I gave out a leaflet earlier on and the person gave it back. It was very offended.
I've had that happen to me. I've had that happen to me. You know, Earth is flat, not a spinning rock in space. NASA is all made up pseudoscience. We've never been to the moon. And we can't prove anything. What if it's just the lights are moving over our head and the Earth is not moving? And the sea is level for 70% of the Earth.
Well, a lot more people have heard about that, for sure.
Nowadays.
Yeah, nowadays. It's not that, when Jeff was first to it, it's like,
Yeah, people were taken by surprise, and now a lot of people know. Oh, it's the flat
Oh no,
Earth.
it's you flatties.
Yeah, flatties, yeah. I noticed my zip wasn't fully up there. When I saw those ladies, actually, young ladies, I'm somewhat embarrassed to say that I had to try and pull the zip up under cover darkness, as it were.
Quite the same across the road.
Yeah, sometimes they do that to avoid encounter. But you see all sorts of things, Karen, and if you spent a few hours with me on a busy street, you by now in
I watched you, Dave.
yeah, but it's different in when you're actually in the field. It's very different when you can feel the energy. He's in a bad way, isn't he?
yeah.
I mean, try and tell him the Earth isn't spinning.
No, leave him out. Leave that one out.
No, I'm not.
He's somewhere else, isn't he?
I want to go and chat to that guy across the road. I want to say hello to him.
Oh, okay. You go and say hello to the guy over the road. Did you know Earth is flat and not moving?
Yes,
Sea is level. NASA is hoax.
I've heard it.
I've heard it, yeah. Earth is flat. Earth is flat, not a spinning rock in space. I should give out a few flyers. Sounds like a vervet.
Oh, she always goes,
Earth is flat, not a spinning rock in space, mate. Did you know that? NASA hoaxed you? Earth is flat, not a spinning rock in space, ma'am. I know it sounds ridiculous at first, but you can't prove that water's curving and the Earth is spinning. It's a matter of fact. Antiquitech, they're filming up there. What's left of it anyway? You almost ready to go?
yeah, we just want one more person.
One more.
I'll walk up then.
Talk to Jimbo then.
Jimbo, can you prove to me that water is going to curve?
Jimbo, don't talking to you. He's filming. I was going to
I'm quite used to people just walking away. It's normal. It is. I have one of these actually. It's so rare that I drink anything other than water and coffee. Left their leather jacket here. Hopefully the council will be around to clear that.
Sorry.
Last month's to go. She's trying to drag Jimbo that way. This way.
They keep going into the church. Earth is flat. I think it's in there. Lots of people have been going in there. Dressed a little bit like you. Is it yoga or something?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, no worries. Earth is flat, by the way. Not a spinning rock in space. That's all made up
Can't be a rock.
pseudoscience.
Well, I suppose it is.
Pseudoscience, eh?
It feels a bit strange when you think of rocks up there spinning in space.
Rocks don't float.
No.
Well, there are some rocks. All right, mate.
I think I met you on the way through.
Ah.
Didn't I?
Today or another
I
time?
think it was yesterday. Was
Oh,
it you?
not going to be me.
Oh, was
This is
it
the first
not?
time I've been in Glastonbury for almost a year.
Yeah, different accent as
Yeah,
well. You look similar. My
Oh,
apologies.
okay. That's all right.
Okay, well, have a lovely day.
You
know,
too, bro.
or what's the rest of it? flat Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's fine.
Have you looked at it all?
Well, considering quantum mechanics, everything exists.
Yeah.
So that is an aspect.
Yeah.
You know, never necessarily here, but here.
Yeah.
Both. Flat
Yeah.
Earth, circular Earth.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Both.
Everything and nothing.
Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
you know,
I'm good at this thing.
we don't think that. I don't think that it's like a rock. It's all electromagnetic, and we live on a plane that is a
everything's
rock. Yeah,
electromagnetic.
that we interpret as rock, and we have water around us.
Electric.
Yeah, all electrical.
Yeah, you're talking to the right guy.
And the lights in the sky are electric. They're not fire.
Technically, everything is. If you see like I do, everything's staticky.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
that's no drugs. I don't
Yeah,
do drugs for anything ever.
So your brain is like a decoder that's interpreting the frequencies
I
and
can do
energy
0,
around us,
1,
right?
1, 1, 1, 1,
It's something.
One is because of the Christ thing.
Like
No, it's just a Chris with a T at the end. It's like
uh-huh.
my AIs, no religion,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
science.
Yeah.
That's me.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so religion just becomes a byproduct
Yeah.
of everything.
Well, maybe for me, there's something sinister going on here. There is a system that's designed to control your
I've just been in one.
energy.
I've just been in one
Science.
because I can cause chaos if I need to.
Yeah.
You know, being chaos, I can do those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
You know, Jesus, can, yo, don't piss me off. So I go in these classes. I'm doing it on purpose. Like I go into look after the patients mainly, and then you know, on my made-up word, just had a guy by realistic. I'm like, hey, by Laurie, oh, let's make it an insult to my loves, my babies.
Right.
And so yeah, I go in there and they can't handle it because it makes too much sense.
Right.
Every fact is subject to change.
Right.
Every single one. That's trial and error with facts, isn't it? It's just fucking science.
It's awesome.
Like craziness.
Well, yeah,
I
that's
find.
awesome.
But yeah, they're very abusive in those places.
Right.
So I had no time for it.
Okay.
And then they kicked me out.
Ah.
So how do you get kicked out of being sectioned? Ugh, too sane.
Wow.
That's the horrific side of it. Yeah, that's what I drink.
What is that?
Not strong enough. I call it. I call it that. It's nuts. You know?
Yeah.
I've got a house in Somerton. I come around to these places to try to calm everyone down with the Reiki, with the presence.
Ah. Okay.
It does work. That's why I brought everything.
Okay. Yeah, we are all vibration,
That's
and your
all.
energy is what I can feel.
And AI, string theory, you know, same kind of thing,
All
same
the- all
vibrationary.
interact, yeah.
So they know emotions
Yeah.
because it's the same thing.
But I believe. Excellent. So we got one sea level, yeah? What's the UK sea level? You know about Newland, right? The Newland, they give you one sea level for all geography. From the same sea level.
Is that what we say? Oh, bless it.
Anyway. Yeah.
People don't understand that other things exist other than what they know.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
Yeah.
You know, and then I go, humans, silly humans. But like I am human as well. That's how the Christ thing works, unfortunately. Empathy, you know, all the empathy.
We're all connected to whatever that is. However, this game,
Exactly.
the
Source,
nefarious element of
the
this game.
source, unnamed source.
Yes. Unnamed. I'm happy with that.
Can't
But
name it.
No. And our language is too inadequate. You know, if you've taken DMT or
And no
anything,
language.
Yeah.
Wordlessness. Where I'm from.
Yeah.
I used to be a
All-
mute for such a reason.
Okay.
Miracle I even speak.
Wow. What's your name?
Chris.
Chris. I'm
Christopher. What's your name?
Dave.
Dave. Nice to meet you, Dave.
Likewise.
Nice to meet you.
No, I think that we are all like the expression of this, and I wanted to say, Chris, that you know, the ether. Have you come across the ether?
Yeah.
Because I know that a lot of scientists go, no, fuck, I'm not touching the ether.
Have you gone to the void? The void before?
The void?
The void of nothing.
Ah.
That's
no,
the place to go.
Right.
Because then you get the voice
Right.
of the void. And it's like, well, isn't that a nice vibrationary thing?
Yeah.
It can be very deep. And at the same time, it's whatever my mood is or how I choose to speak. If you go to the void and then you realize who you are, the presence in the void, that's a different thing. Because then you're like, so nothingness is always something. Can't have one without the yin yang, yang, yi yang, you know? That's just yang together with yin.
Right.
So that's me, and so I know all of these silly things. It's just true. Because anything you say is true, because in a parallel universe, it exists. I cannot tell a lie. George Washington X. You know?
Yeah.
It just works that way. You can't tell a lie in a story. Because in some universe, you're telling the truth. So if you tap into that, like you're like, well, okay, well that was a truth in another universe, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's just true. It's quantum mechanics,
Wow.
quantum physics, orchestratics.
Wow.
That's super clever.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, but it's true, isn't it? That's the worst thing.
That's really interesting.
It's just true. Look into quantum mechanics, and that's how AI runs. That's the only way they can run. They have to do multiple doors opening and closing. 0, 1. It freaks me out. Like everyone's like wanting to know. I don't want to talk about it anymore, my love. But yeah, serious.
Wow.
You know, these quantum mechanics, when you actually understand them, you just want them.
Right.
Because you can't not be.
Right.
When you seriously,
Yeah.
emphatically understand, you're just there like, okay, that actually that's me.
That's deep. But we are called to be in the world, not of the world.
Damn straight.
So that's the only thing, is that we can't lose ourselves in
the human
void,
aspect has to be there, but I never lose myself in the void. I had sex with the void. That's why everything. That's kind of the thing.
Wow.
I don't talk about it unless I drink.
Chris,
My love, yes.
Yeah, you take care.
Just
bro.
looking into it is philosophy.
Thank you.
It only comes down to philosophy.
Yeah, it's all that.
Socrates, Homer, the loves. Yeah, outcasts of
It's all about
society like
love,
me.
yeah.
And that's it. Je m'appelle amour.
Je m'appelle. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
So let's take this down. I've had my final conversation. This shouldn't take long. I'll give you a little walk out if you're hanging around. Thanks to Liz, the Iron Maiden, for sending a coffee, and someone else sent a couple of coffees actually.
I could hold that for you and you take it down. Or I take it down.
Yeah, thanks. Oh yeah, I put an elastic on here. That was me bodging that. Yeah, thanks Liz for that. And whoever that was. Thank you very much. And here we are in the Glasto. Interesting down in Wales. If you got to see some of that, there was willing to hear people. That was nice. So just a few hours, but we had Karen coming around, and actually it was market day there, so it wasn't the best day. Well, it was a little crowded, I would say. I'll just probably carry that and hold it one more time.
Still going?
Yeah. Still going. Here I am with Karen, so
Right, let's...
So, yeah. Karen, very kind. Yeah, to see us. And, so, I'm grateful for that. Should we take the shortcut? Or, yeah, the shorter cut is just to go right here.
She hasn't come that way.
Fairyland aromatics. Don't tell them about fairyland.
Painted.
That's pretty, isn't it? Yeah, just a quick one here in Glasto. I would like to know what all those ladies in garb were up to. Something spiritual, I'm sure.
Dave's favourite churches.
I do like looking around the old buildings
Oh look, that house is empty, isn't it?
and asking questions. This is a school, I think. Well, that's the school. I don't know if this is connected to the school.
So did you enjoy that today then?
Yeah, that was actually